a background where I was involved in a lot of factory businesses over the years, everything from injection molding to medical devices to DVD replication. So I worked in a lot of different industries. I worked in the automotive industry where the standard was quite high as well.
Of course.
But again, and you know those industries, you actually have to have a good supply chain management.
You do. You do. Absolutely.
That is one business that, as we know, especially from the construction industry, you're looking at between 40-50% of your material costs is part of the overall. So, I mean, that in itself is enough to drive anybody to tighten up their whole supply chain. There was like, I suppose, you know exactly what something costs.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And not alone that, but it drives you then to look at everything else that's there. It drives you to look at what you have in stock, what you've done the site, what you've inside the back of some fellows van.
Yeah.
So I mean, as I say, at the early stages, I'm now getting a feel for the whole the system.
Yes.
How the system ties up from the moment you set up the supplier to the moment you set up your employees from a time perspective. And again, another thing is that I can now look at the time that the lads are looking at spending in jobs.
Yes.
And I can measure,
yes.
not too much. I can see that they're like if a guy is waiting for materials or whatever the case may be, I can see his time. Like and for argument's sake, I would know exactly how long it takes to do something in the house. Yet I would ask the question, why did it take you 5 hours?
Perfect.
When the material wasn't delivered on time. Again,
it's bringing in accountability, I'd say, Tomas. Is that on their behalf? Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And that's a great tool to have. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, I suppose and that's the other thing is that through the LiveCosts, when you set it up and you give instructions to delivery time, blah, 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 you can measure that as well because that is a critical part of your business. Where I can go back to Square and say, buddy, 3 hours delivery late, that means I'm 3 hours behind in the house that needs to be finished.
100%.
I think, I suppose, I do find the request for quotation, tying up to the invoice,
yes.
That whole loop.
The workflow from that where it goes from your RFQ to quote received to PO to invoicing, and then that's great. Yeah,
exactly. And I suppose at the end of the day, when you look at it and you tie it back to your whole accounting system,
yes,
and from and again, because there was no visibility, Robert had no visibility on what he was spending on materials per month.
Yes,
he get an invoice. That's it. The invoice goes into the account, blah, 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 whatever.
Yes.
And the accountant looks after that side of it.
Yeah.
But I want visibility on how much material came into the site, for argument's sake.
Of course.
If I have scheduled, for argument's sake, we have 10 houses down there that are worth probably 500,000 each. And I'm saying that for all part of it, what we charge, say 40% will be material costs. I want to make sure that we're hitting that 40% material cost.
100%. Yes.
And I can only see that. I can see that through LiveCosts now because
brilliant.
It's showing me the figures,
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I would, because I suppose in a sense, like when you use a system, like especially in electrical subcontracting, and you can track labor, materials, job, you have purchase orders and invoicing. You can manage changes as well, and as you can see, and LiveCosts that. So, and it has to reduce cost overruns, not reduce, as I said, material waste, which is a key. For me, LiveCosts is the key for managing material waste.
Thank you so much, Tomas.
That's what I would have to say to somebody is that if there was anything else you had to focus on, it's that, and that would be my one favorite thing about LiveCosts. Now that I'm getting on board, I was quite skeptical at the first, but now that I have it on board, it's the first thing that comes up on my desktop in the morning when I come in.